Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. For those that have not seen this series, this is part 2 on a 2002 Ford Lightning coming from Qatar. Hassan, this is your computer. If you're here in the channel, please subscribe. That will really help my small business be shown, through YouTube. And if you like the content, please also subscribe. Thank you so much. All right, so he sent this computer a couple of days ago to me. And because it's a crank no start, and in part 1, I was able to diagnose the computer as a problem. He sent the instrument cluster, his key, and one key, and the module. And I will put the link of the description on this one for the part 1, so you will be able to see everything if you want to visit that one, where the computer was no communication and it was only showing dashes on the instrument cluster, which is very common on these old style Fords. The instrument cluster and the computer has a direct line because the immobilizer is inside the instrument cluster. So if it's no communication with the computer, it will show just dashes where the mileage counter is. All right, so I have everything in the desk, as you see, all connected and ready to go. It's not powered up yet because I want to do that with all of you. All right, so I'm going to move the view to here. Let me make sure the intro is off. All right, perfect. All right, so we have that in there. Let me put the multimeter so you will see when I turn the computer on, you will see the 5 volts in there if everything is working good. The computer did have the 5 volt reference, but it wasn't actually talking. All right, so the next one will be the snap-on, which I have ready. And then the other one will be the foot probe, which I have not started because I will need to turn everything on. And I want to make sure that we connect the scanner at the same time. All right, good sign. The 5 volt reference is still there. All right, let me get the full probe up in the screen. Let me see if we can. Oh yeah, there is already a good sign. No more dashes. We got 72,289 miles, and that is his original miles. Going to put that in there so you guys can see in him, if he's watching the video, the actual mileage already reading. This is already a good sign. We also can see that the anti-theft light is not blinking, so all that is a good sign the computer is alive. All right, so let me get the full probe up in the screen. That's going to check the subscription, which I'm not even paying no more to the company. All right, so I'm going to select this, and this is usually where the gets stuck. Yeah, I gotta always be careful. I'm not sure why when I selected that and it changed the screen, it shows something else. So give me just 1 second to select the proper what is it? This full probe. No, not sure, because it's there. All right, so that is the screen. We're going to select 4. And in here I gotta select, I'm not sure if it's doing it or not, but we'll see that in a second. Escape B6. Yeah, it's still not showing the correct screen, so let me go back in there. Cancel. Yes, now we have that in there. All right, so in the background I have the loads on these full probe, completely injectors and coils. So we will see when it runs if everything is there, and we will see also RPMs on the screen. So let me first, I'm going to use the high speed RPMs first. So that signal is signal 7, the ones that I always use. And then but before we go there, let's enter in the scanner, right? Because we need to make sure that we're reading the correct bean. I have a paper that he sent with his computer from Ford in Qatar. It says the last digits on the bean number should be C as in Carlos, A as in Apple, 54829. All right, so let's enter the scanner. This should be an automatic ID, and it's looking good because when it's not recognizing the computer, perfect. CA 54829. We're in a good shape. This is actually I feel very happy because this was a very unusual concern or problem. Very not common on these computers, and most of the times people will say it is deemed as not repairable. I consider myself an expert on these computers, and I have all parts in stock, and I mean everything. Even the microprocessor, if it needs to be replaced, I can do that, and I will repair. As long as it's not a hole through the board, I will be able to repair the computer 100%. All right, so I'm just going to select one pit. Actually, let me just get out of here. Well, RPMs should be a good one if it's in here. Let me do a custom, deselect all, and we have battery voltage and RPM. So that's pretty much, we can put the throttle position sensor as well. And let's put this in a graph mode. All right, so I can go back now to the full pro, because when I do a change in here, it should reflect the throttle position sensor, and it did. So we can see that indeed the full probe is connected. I'm just doing some changes in there as my normal thing. So we're going to power on. Now, if the computer is running good and it's not immobilized, which is not, we should see injectors. These software, I mean, again, lack of a company, only shows 4 injectors, even though it's an 8 injector vehicle. But that is good. All we need is to see that, and we can see injectors in there firing 100%. So I'm going to move the camera to here. Not sure how much you can see, but I have the coils lighting up, and you can see that blinking on the back through here. Is those green lights in there are the injectors also on the load, because I can see that on the software, and I can also see that on the actual hardware. So everything is working 100%. So I am very, 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 very happy to see this, because again, this will be a computer that would have deemed as completely not repairable. So we can see in there on the snap-on, we can see a speed, we can see the battery voltage, and we can see the throttle position sensor. I'm going to change the battery voltage up and down, so you will see that change in there. I'm sure it's showing 10.7 in there. VBAT 10.6. And it's not changing, even though I'm changing it in here. We can see the RPMs correctly. Maybe that is a sensor. Let me look into something in another pit. We go to accessories, because I'm not sure what the battery voltage is on this one. I don't think it's a gauge for the battery voltage in here. I went back into here, accessories. Not much in here. Only the RPMs, the coolant temperature sensor, and something else. Emissions, transmissions, drivability. Yeah, there is no battery voltage gauge. You have the boost, the coolant temperature, fuel, oil temperature, RPMs, and a speedometer, but no battery voltage. So let me see if it's any other hit. I'm going to turn the RPMs off. So I'm going to turn this off. Ignition back on. Yeah, it's showing 12.913, which is, exactly what I am having now. Oops, that's, well, I'm glad you guys can see that. I opened an error screen. Let's see the battery voltage now. I'm going to select the same ones in graph. Yeah, the battery is reading 12 point something. So let me see if I can change that now. Yeah. I know what it is. This is the whole setup is drawing a lot of amperage. I'm going to have to change the amperage. So 1 second, guys. I'm going to increase it for 1 amp. Yeah, we can see that immediate change, and I have made that mistake a few times. Because yeah, if you don't have enough amperage, the voltage is going to come down, right? So definitely very important, right? So let's run it again. All right, so we got everything ready, and now we run it. All right, so let me go back to the scanner, and yeah, we can see now what is maintaining the battery voltage. So that was the issue, very low amperage. I always try to limit my power supply to low amperage so I don't burn the component when I'm doing a test, specifically on this computer, because I mean, somebody already was here. I mean, it was solder or resolder components everywhere. I have to fix a numerous amount of things, but as you can see now, running fully working 100%. We got the 5-volt reference, we got everything working. So Hassan, your computer is fully repaired. Let me see if I have his name. Yeah, Hassan Mubarak. And he is from Doha, Qatar. And I'm very humble and very pleased and very happy to see that my videos, my name, my company is reaching out across the world. It is amazing how the internet has united us and to be able to help people from anywhere. And that is actually what it really makes me happy, because a beautiful vehicle like this, anyone that has a 4 lining loves it, because they're great cars. You can do so much changes, or if you want to keep it original, it is a great car. All right, guys. So let me turn what I can leave maybe the meter on, because this is going to be, I'm going to keep the computer running, but I'm going to close the video here. So as you guys can see that it is still running. And there you can see the injectors are still. I just want to, give a closure to the video, and thank you so much for all that are visiting the channel. If you have an automotive or marine ECM or instrument cluster, my Salazar Diagnostics is your best call. I can definitely show you, and you can see with my videos in here that everything is very transparent. I'm going again to keep doing more tests on these computers to make sure everything's working properly before I send it back to the customer, right? Because something took down this computer. I have it running right now, but if something happened, I will keep you up to date. All right, guys, thank you so much. See you next time. Bye-bye.